My name is DeMarbre. I am an actor and filmmaker, and I've been participating in Digi60 since 2011. My worst day acting is better than the best day I have ever had not acting. When you meet somebody that's passionate about acting, there's a visceral experience of bringing a character to life. You get to do things that you'd never get to do in your real life. You get to have experiences that normal people don't get to have. You get this high from it that you can't get anywhere else. My most recent Digi60 film was in the Spring Festival. It was called Nasky. And I thought, I was on a group chat online with my director, Christian Lariviere, and my cinematographer, Chris Chitteroni. And I'm like, wouldn't it be funny if we did this video about connection and how terrible the internet was back in the early 90s. And next thing you know, we shot a little film about porn. The main difference between an actor and a director is a director creates the world that you're seeing on film or on stage, and an actor lives in that world. It's easier for me to look at a director and try to figure out where he's going with his notes. And as a director, when I talk to actors, I constantly go back into my head to be like, how would I need to hear this note to be able to understand what I want? So my first Digi60 was a short film made by Derek Price. It was called First Date. Everything had to be done so quickly in the time period that we had available to us, but it was fun. It was just a great experience to meet so many new people in the industry that I had never gotten the opportunity, for the most part, other than Derek, to work with before. That it was just nice to have it shown in front of people. Digi60 was my first real foray into filmmaking, both as an actor and as a filmmaker. It gave me exposure to a wide variety of different filmmakers, from sets that were super well organized with great equipment to showing up and having one guy with a camcorder and a microphone on it just trying to cobble together their first film. So I got to learn to adapt very quickly to different working conditions, because this type of festival attracts so many different people, and it allows us to see some Digi60s with actors that are just blow your mind with their work, and you aspire to reach to that level. And as a filmmaker, it's the same thing. It creates an environment, both in a peer group and in a teaching environment, that makes you want to reach for better qualities of work. My biggest advice is to never stop learning. Never stop doing what you want to do. Your job is to make sure that if it doesn't happen, it's not for lack of anything you did. Take class for acting. Audition for everything that comes your way. Don't be so proud that you can't do a movie that you think is beneath you. You'll meet somebody who, yeah, today might not be making the best movies. They're going to remember that you showed up and act like a professional. The more you approach your work like you would expect somebody who gets paid for this every day to do their work, the more people are going to want you to come back. Actors, we don't know when our next job is going to be, and that's really difficult, because you love to work, you want to work, and it's hard to not know where your next paycheck's going to come from. And on the flip side, acting as an art, as a performance, as a job, the hardest thing I think in that environment is just getting out of your own way for stuff. You've been programmed to behave a certain way when a certain thing happens, but that's not necessarily what the director wants to see or what your character would do. So the hard thing is to just get out of the way of all of that and just trust your instincts that you're going to be able to bring this character to life.